need to remember is that in the journey of trying to achieve our goals, we are meant to be experiencing things that contribute towards the person that we want to be. We are meant to be experiencing life, and it's not always just about achieving things, but it's also about the person we are in the process of trying to achieve those things. Hi everyone, my name is Mila. Welcome to my channel. On this channel, I share content around motivation, entrepreneurship, lifestyle, and a little bit of girl chat. If you're new, welcome. Please subscribe. I promise you'll love it here. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. So while we still kick off the topic of, the new year and new goals or same goals or whatever is your... Hi everyone, my name is Mila. Another thing I wanted to discuss is how to get over disappointment. As much as we're trying to achieve things, as much as we're trying to find ourselves at a certain point throughout the year or at the end of the year, it's very normal to along that way or along that journey experience disappointment. And I think that a lot of times we try to ignore it, we try to block it out, or we do recognize it, but then we don't use it the right way. And I think one important aspect when it comes to disappointment is getting over it, and how getting over it can really help you take the right step forward towards achieving the things that you want. So today I want to share a few ways on how to get over disappointment and continue. Another thing I wanted to discuss is how to get over disappointment. First thing is to allow yourself to feel it. Acknowledge that disappointment, feel it, understand that you're not happy about something that you did, or how certain things may have gone throughout the year, or how things have panned out or turned out. Acknowledge it. When you acknowledge it, you are recognizing that it's something that does happen. It's a feeling that you do get, and that's the first important step that you are taking towards doing better the next time. So acknowledge it, feel it, understand it, take the time to reflect on where that feeling is coming from and how you can change the things that are making you feel that way, so that you can make the best decisions moving forward. The next thing is to reflect on the situation, reflect on the disappointment, which touches a bit on what I mentioned before. Reflect on how you're feeling and reflect on the things that have caused you to feel this way, and also reflect on what you can do better on, or how you can do better the next time, or whether that means completely changing your outlook or your overview on the situation, or completely brainstorming your plan for achieving the things that you want to achieve, or completely really reflecting on the space you're currently in, and not just your own space and internal space, but the environment that surrounds you. Are you surrounded by things that do not motivate you? Are you surrounded by things that do not contribute in any positive way towards the things that you want? Are you surrounded by people that don't support the dreams that you want? Are you surrounded by people that talk down on the aspirations that you have for yourself or your life? You need to reflect on all of that, because once you reflect on it, you recognize it, and then you are able to take the right decisions and make the right choices to ensure that you do better next time, or to ensure that you find yourself in a better space moving forward. This is something I mentioned in my previous video, and I think it's very, very important. It's something that we neglect. We spend the year or however much time pushing and showing up and hustling and just giving it our all day in and day out, that we don't take the time to just rest, maybe to just take care of ourselves, to just check in with ourselves and see how we're feeling, both emotionally and physically. This is how a lot of people lead to burnout or find themselves burning out, because they're so focused on achieving the things that they want that they don't take the time to also take care of themselves and understand that in order for me to achieve the things that I want, I need to be my best self physically and emotionally. So this could be in the form of going for a walk, spending time with people that make you feel good, doing things that make you feel good, maybe reading a book, meditating, activating your senses like the smells around you, lighting a beautiful, amazing smelling candle, taking a nice salt foam bath every evening, or eating food that makes you feel great but not the unhealthy type. And just being mindful of the things that make you feel good emotionally and mentally, and doing more of that, treating yourself when you achieve a win, no matter how big or how small it is. Celebrate it by doing something that you enjoy. Those are the small ways in which you can take care of yourself and move forward as your best self for the things that you want for yourself. Another really important one is to set new goals. Sometimes we focus so much on the things that we have set for ourselves, the goals that we have set for ourselves, that we limit ourselves to those goals and we limit our potential. Setting new goals is great because it helps you stay motivated. It helps you understand that you are limitless. It helps you understand that your potential is limitless, and it helps you learn new things. It helps you strive towards new things, and it just really helps you look at certain things in a different perspective. So take the time sometimes to set new goals as you go about the year, trying to achieve the things that you want for yourself. You might bump into something that made you feel really excited about it, or made you want to try it, but just because it's not part of the plan that you had in mind for yourself or the things you're trying to achieve, doesn't mean you should ignore it completely. It made you feel good and it encouraged you, and evoked the it encouraged you, and it evoked emotions in you that are in line with potential, in line of aspiring to be your best self. So I think it's really important to acknowledge that and set new goals along the way if you need to. Don't put pressure of thinking that you need to achieve all of them. But one thing we need to remember is that in the journey of trying to achieve our goals, we are meant to be experiencing things that contribute towards the person that we want to be. We are meant to be experiencing life, and it's not always just about achieving things, but it's also about the person we are in the process of trying to achieve those things. Another important thing that I did also mention in my previous video is to seek support. Talk to friends or people that you can relate to. Speak to them. You don't have to tell them everything about what you're trying to achieve. You don't have to lay it all down for them, but talk about the kind of person you see yourself being. Talk about the kind of changes you want to make in your life. Talk about the things that motivate you. Talk about the things that encourage you. Laugh. All of that is really important to have in a support system, and it's also important to have a support system that you can go to when things aren't necessarily going the way you'd want them to go. When you find yourself hitting obstacles, when you find yourself being surprised unexpectedly, because that can happen. It's life. It's important to have the people in your support system that you can go to talk to about those things. Also, one thing I mentioned previously in my video is to make sure that you follow people, for example, on social media that can provide that type of support. And we have the misconception of thinking that support needs to be physical. No, support needs to be in the form of physical people around us. No, support can be mentally, support can be emotionally, support can be in the form of someone you've never met in your life, but you've only engaged with on the screen, but that person is always offering words of encouragement. That person is always offering tips around the things that you are trying to achieve. That person has the kind of lifestyle that you want for yourself, and that person can relate to the journey that you're on and the things you might be experiencing on this journey. So I think it's really important talk to friends or people that you can relate to. Speak to them. You don't have to tell them everything about what you're trying to achieve. You don't have to, or you might not physically have the things around you that you would consider as support. Don't let don't let that discourage you. We live in a world where we can connect to people all across the world from us and still get some kind of result from that connection. So I think it's very important to consider that when you are evaluating the type of support that you have across the world from us. As I close, I just want to remind you that it's okay to be disappointed. It's a natural human emotion. It happens, life happens, and you might find that throughout your journey of trying to achieve the things that you want for yourself, or trying to become the person that you want for yourself, you will experience a lot of disappointment. But don't let that define you. Rather take that and let it shape the steps that you need to take moving forward, so that you can achieve the things that you want for yourself and become the best version of yourself for the life that you dream of. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe. I really wish you all the best on your journey, on the things you're trying to do for yourself, on the things you're trying to achieve. Don't let disappointment define you. It does not make you awkward. It does not make you less than. It does not make you a failure. It is part of the journey, and sometimes it's a part of the journey that is actually there to improve us. It's actually there to grow us. It's actually there to unlock certain things in us that we need to keep moving in the direction that we need to keep going in order to achieve the things that we want for ourselves. Don't let disappointment define you. It does not make you awkward. It does not make you less than. It does not make you a failure. It is part of the journey, and sometimes it's a part of the journey that is actually there to improve us. It's actually there to grow us. It's actually there to unlock certain things in us that we need to keep moving in the direction that we need to keep going in order to achieve the things that we want for ourselves. I wish you all the best in all that you're doing. I can't wait to see you in my next video. Bye.